So this is where you guys can help me by spreading the word, okay? So with that said, dilution ratios. But what I want to start out with first is talking about the difference between retail versus professional. Here we have what would be considered a retail product. The problem with retail is that it's been dumbed down for the masses, the herds, the public. It is ready to use. There's no mixing, there's no dilution ratios, just use it straight from the bottle. If you want to simplify your world even further, and let's say you are just concerned about taking care of your one car or two cars, this might be the better option for you. I will have some products that I recommend. Some of them are true retail, which means like this product, Meguiar's. You can find this on the shelves at Walmart, AutoZone, O'Reilly. I don't know what's in your area or what part of the country you're in. You can literally find some of these on the shelves at the market, or you can order them through my website. So, ready to use, you can really simplify your world, but the problem is they're still less effective than the true professional line. Now, Meguiar's, I recommend many Meguiar's products. It's not because I'm a Meguiar's spokesperson and there's no incentive for me to push Meguiar's onto you more than any other product. Yes, do I get paid in being what's called an affiliate. So when you use my website, I get a small commission, and when I mean small, I mean tiny, as in very little, but it helps. It's how I supplement my income. So that's where you can help me. I make these videos to help you, you can help me. So, professional products, they come in a gallon size. I had someone else write in and they went looking for this at Walmart or some other retail outlet thinking they could find it. You will not find this at a retail outlet. You can only find this online, or if you happen to live near a detail supply place and they carry it, you can buy it from them. Preferably, I prefer you buy it through my link because, once again, that helps me. So, dilution ratios. This product, all-purpose cleaner, and as a rule, when it comes to any product, retail or not, you always start by reading the directions. Unfortunately, that's just a starting point, because even the manufacturers themselves can contradict. For example, this one here from Meguiar's, it will say, use on a clean, cool surface. Okay, well, it says it's a cleaner conditioner. If I want to clean it by using their cleaner, how am I going to use it on a clean surface? What do you do with that? That's a huge contradiction. But as a rule, I still am going to read the directions. Everything past that will be based on a case-by-case and experience, and it's what's called off-label use. Now, I use many products in what I call off-label use. The all-purpose cleaner is not one of them. Reading the directions, we have dilution ratios. Heavy strength, 4:1. Medium strength, 10:1. Now, because I use this along with this super degreaser for all my interior cleaning, I am going to dilute this across the board at the what they call medium strength, which is 10:1. For every 10 parts of water, I'm going to add 1 part of this. So whether that part is a gallon or an ounce, it doesn't matter. It's just 10:1. If you were to get Meguiar's dedicated marked or dedicated labeled bottle, like this sprayer bottle, which is all-purpose cleaner, it has the dilution ratios right there on the side for you. It makes it super easy. So 4:1, which is extra strength, I do not use 4:1. I use 10:1. So you would fill this bottle up here with water. Now, as an added note, what I personally do is I use distilled water. Why do I use distilled water? Because it is the most pure water you can get, which means if concentrate is not having to compensate for impurities in the water, it's just an added way to bump up the effectiveness of the product. It's not required by any means, but it's like if you're familiar with soft water in your house versus hard water, and you know how you can use less detergent with soft water, it's the same concept or principle. But that's just something I do. I don't overthink this. I always mix it 10:1. Why do I do that? Because I know that I'm also going to use super degreaser, which is a heavier duty cleaner, and degreaser on the heavier soiled areas of the car. I always do it 10 to 1. How do I pick and choose though? So I have a couple of examples. I have 2 floor mats. This floor mat is from an Escalade. It's an 03, has 100,000 miles on it. You can see up here, very little use, very little dirt. Down here, it's pretty grimy, pretty dirty. So I'm going to automatically reach for the super degreaser to use on this area here because it's just that dirty. Now this is the floor mat. It's far less dirty than the one out of the Escalade. So this floor mat, I would use the all-purpose cleaner because it's not that dirty, and it's always going to be diluted down 10 to 1 because whenever I come across dirt, whether it's on a door panel, a door handle, the steering wheel, whatever, that's excessively dirty, and I know excessive is relative. One man's excessive is another man's normal. Only you can decide. But because I keep and use both products, I don't need to vary the dilution ratios at all. Now, if you want to keep things simple in your world, for example, let's say you only want to buy this and you don't want to buy both. That's fine. That's where you can custom blend it. And so therefore, if it was my world, I would probably keep 2 bottles around. I would have one diluted at what they call the heavy strength, which is 4 to 1, and I would have one diluted 10 to 1, which is medium strength. So that's a way you can just buy one product. But I have tried that personally, and yes, it will be more effective at the heavier forms of dirt, but it still will not be as effective as this. So it's a case by case. I don't know how dirty your car is. You may have a car that you're the original owner, but it may be 5 years old, and now suddenly you decide, wow, honey, the car is getting pretty dirty, it's time to do something about it, and you may have excessive or areas with excessive buildup of dirt. So yes, will this work? It will work. And 99% of the cases, you'll just have to use it more, as in more repeat applications in order to break down that dirt and that grease, because not all dirt is created equal. The dirt you get on your floor mats is generally going to be different than the dirt you get on the grab handles, the steering wheel, or the seat. That will tend to be mixed with body oils and so forth, and so this is more effective on those areas where it's excessive. But you can get away with just this one product. Now, because I use so much of it, I actually mix it in this 5-gallon drum container. It's got the markings on the side, 5 gallons, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's got the half markings, so I can use, for example, I can fill this up with a half gallon of this, because if I were to mix this full gallon into that 5-gallon drum, that would be 4 to 1. Okay, till next time, we will see you on the other side.
Once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and